Our happy medium, Jodi Livon, she's a crowd favorite, and today we're putting Jodi in the hot seat.
She's in a seat. It's literally hot.
Yeah, we heated it.
Piping hot. We're asking her some of your questions from Facebook and from our audience, so we're happy to welcome back our happy medium, Jodi Livon, to Twin Cities Live. Hi, Jodi.
Hi, Jodi.
Nice to see you.
Alrighty, so we have got Drew Shingen out there. He's got a microphone. He's got some audience members. Drew, who do we have first?
We got Maggie.
Great.
Hi,
Maggie, what's
Maggie.
your question?
Hi there. On Tuesday, we had to euthanize our beloved dog, Sunny.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And I know this sounds really strange. We both can hear his toes clipping, but I also feel like the dog is there with me. He's watching over me. It's just a very strange feeling.
Okay, so what's your reaction to that, Jodi?
So he is. He's checking up on you to make sure that you're okay. He's helping you transition because of his transition. And he will be doing that for a while. Sometimes they come back and visit a lot, but they do that often. And sometimes people can feel them on their bodies, like they get on them, not in a frightening way, but in a really cool way, because they love you, and love doesn't die even through animals.
And so animals, so especially dogs, I would think, which are so connected to people.
Cats
is that part
too.
of it? Oh.
I've talked to people that their horses do that,
Wow.
but they don't jump on them, because that would just be
That would be a
sad.
different one, yes.
No,
But
that
like the
would be good.
snuggling that you remember. with
So
that.
should Maggie feel comforted by that?
Very comforted by that, and it will probably lessen,
Yeah.
but now and then it could happen again. It's just their way of getting you used to them leaving.
Oh, Maggie, I know that's such
Oh,
a
that's
hard
really
transition.
tough.
I'm
Yeah,
so
no
sorry for
kidding.
you. Boy.
Alrighty, we've got another question out in our audience. Drew is with Shelly.
Yep, this is Shelly.
Hi, Shelly.
Hi, I have a single friend who was very close with her father, and he passed away about a year ago, and she happened to have his cell phone, which was shut off since he's been passed away. And on Valentine's Day, the phone rang as a reminder of his phone rang as a reminder of Valentine's Day. And she said it's been shut off.
Wow. What
do
do
you
you
make
think
of
about
that?
that?
Spirits are awesome with electronics. That's their favorite thing to manipulate. Absolutely true. I've had people get texts and phone calls from people on the other side. Sounds really strange, but that is a really remarkable way of them saying, it's Valentine's Day, I love you. Just because I'm on the other side doesn't mean I'm not present with you. It's a very cool thing.
And so you really encourage people to look at those types of encounters in a positive way.
Absolutely. If you're afraid of it, you just say, I'm afraid of this, please don't do it, and they won't. They won't.
Really?
They won't.
Now listen, we limited our audience. We said you get 2 questions, but the people on Facebook, they have a voice too.
They have a voice.
We have 2 Julies that we got to hear from on Facebook. First, Julie, traditional spelling with the IE at the end, by the way.
J-U-L-I-E.
Let's see here. She says, I've been glancing at the clock and randomly seeing that it is 11:11 often. I see lots of different reasons for this when I Google it, but do you think it could be related to a recent death in my family? I hadn't noticed those numbers before.
So it's related to the death in this way, because you are more enlightened when somebody dies and you still can feel them because you love them. Your perception of what happens when people cross over opens up. So you start to open up spiritually speaking. 1111 is a spiritual number. It's a beautiful number. It's the number of the teacher. So this person is starting to learn more about spirituality, whatever that is for them, meaning that life goes on after the body dies, meaning love never dies, meaning they're going to probably have other experiences, intuitively speaking, that are nice, that will help them feel even better. Your intuition's your best friend.
Yeah.
Why not?
My radio co-host, Donna Valentine, always sees 11, and then she'll always stop our radio show when it's 11:11 and just say quickly, it's 11:11, make a wish.
You know what? That's what Jessica Simpson does. I'm listening to her book.
I
Open
know
book.
you are.
So
Goodness,
it's like
do I
every
know.
other word out of my mouth is Jessica Simpson says
Yeah, I
this
hear you
because
on it,
I'm
yeah.
listening to her book.
She's
on
attracted
Audible.
to the 11
and
as well.
she said the same. She just said the same thing. In fact, her husband proposed to her at 11:11, knowing that was so important, and then they got married on 11:11.
It's a master number, numerologically
You got
speaking.
it. Yeah, that was good.
All right, we've got one more. This is a Julie with just J-U-L-I,
Yeah,
all right?
she just
Ask your
skipped the
questions
E,
later.
and that might say something about her.
Here's what she says. How do you know when or if you are really connecting to the other side? And if it's not your own mind making it up, do things come to you as signs, symbols, words, and or visions, or some combo of all of that?
Great questions here. All of the above. And how you know is if something just comes out of the blue, like you're just doing something, you're cooking, you're biking, you're doing something, and something comes in your head out of the blue, and you feel like it's a visit from the other side, side, it is a visit from the other side. It has to kind of take you offline. If you're thinking about somebody and you're trying to call them to you, that's a whole different thing. But they do come and visit. It's a very different feeling, and you start to notice it because as you're doing whatever, all of a sudden you have a whole different vibe inside of you. And it's very cool. I love these questions.
Yeah, these are really good. Listen, everything's made up of energy. It's really interesting, Jodi. Thank you so
Thank you, Jodi.
much. Nice to have you here. So you've, of course, seen Jodi on Twin Cities Live. Now you can hear Jodi, the Happy Medium, in person.
We posted info on her exclusive event. It's going to feature a presentation and some spontaneous readings as well of several randomly chosen audience members. That'll happen on March 5th. You can get all of those details on TwinCitiesLive.com.
Next,